It'd be easier for me if I turn away to flee.
Hey guys, Bowie here, and this is things I've learned with OG.Topson's Drow Ranger in 720. When the patch came out, all I could hear was people saying that the hero was destroyed and it will never be the same anymore, and while they might be right about never being the same, there's a lot of cool things about new Drow that we will see throughout this game, and they are not Aghanim Scepter related, so stay tuned. Mid Drow didn't change much from before, but the reason Topson plays it mid now is that this hero now relies on levels way more than before. You can arguably still play safe lane Drow, but not only she's even worse in lane than before, is that you now have a percentage chance to kill any creep in the game when you get level 6, and guess what? Wraith bands are super buffed, giving you a lot of attack speed to proc that percentage, and they also give agility, and your aura also gives attack speed. For this reason, most mid Drows are buying 3 Wraith bands at least, and in this game he actually buys 4. For instance, against a DK that doesn't have as much chase as a sniper, Topson went 4 Wraith bands with no boots. In this game though, with techies and the chase from sniper, he stops at 3, gets boots, and then he gets the 4th one. Look at this awesome play from Topson. He gets chased down hard, but he recognizes that the level 2 techies is killable, especially after the penitence debuff ends. He even kills the mine and almost survives thanks to the fairy fight. You read the title. Topson got 900 GPM this game. Yet this was never a free game. He got killed and he gets ganked by Syndrome again. How can this hero farm 900 GPM in a game he was not free farming in the early game, you might ask? The answer is the reworked marksmanship. The first thing you need to know about it is that it works like a crit, which means that you can prime it to get higher GPM if you attack the right creeps at the right time. Pay attention how Topson tries to take the ancient camp here. See that he changes targets eventually? What you want to do is attack a creep with very low HP at the start, like 2 or 3 times, so that then you can kill the big one in the next 2 or 3 attacks, meaning that your effective DPS is way higher because you're removing like 1000 HP with 1 attack. In the Ancient, Topson probably misclicked, but you can see how he attacks one creep a couple of times and then he shots the other one. Ideally, he wanted to attack the small one first and then the bigger one. In the other camp though, note how he attacks the blue ogre with the lowest HP. You can see it here too as he farms the chickens. He boops the small ones to eventually deal 1 attack that deals about 600 damage to the big chicken. It's insane how fast you can farm with this hero, especially if you have the Wraith bands, and especially if you go Blink Dagger. But we will talk about Blink Dagger and Aghanim Scepter later. What Topson does is constantly hovering the 2 jungles while always killing the Ancients. Because Strength gives you raw HP regen, and you have a decent amount of it thanks to your Wraith bands, the normal HP regen is enough to sustain farming without any form of lifesteal. I know it sounds dumb, but Topson played Drow like Medusa would play. You farm insanely fast, you don't even need the lifesteal like Medusa to farm, and the fact that he constantly preps the creeps to be effective with marksmanship allows him to hit the 900 GPM mark. The aura also allows him to not worry too much about the lane, because he's pretty much just using the aura every time he's ready. In every game, unless it was against a Slark, Topson builds a Blink Dagger after Treads and 4 bands. The mobility, the kill potential, the synergy with the knockback talent once you're level 15 makes the item super useful. And you might be thinking, well, what about the axe? Now you double the shot and you can, you kill it, have farming faster. But this is not what actually limits the speed at which Drow farms. It's mobility. Like, she farms faster than an anti-mage, but she doesn't have the mobility to blink and just go through cliffs and etc. And the Blink Dagger just enables her super hard. And that's not only it. When you get level 25, the Aghanim Scepter doesn't really change anything, but every single active item makes you better at level 25, and that's pretty much Topson's build. He only builds items that have actives. As he gets the item, he already finds a kill on Aloha Dance, just showcasing how useful the item can be, especially when you're strong enough to get pickoffs, and you are strong enough because you played mid-Drow, and you have all this marvelous jungle around you to enable you to be stronger. Just to showcase again how Topson farms with the ult. He attacks the tomato a little bit. Once the potato gets too low, attacking him is definitely not worth it because the tomato has 700 HP and the potato has 200. By changing targets here, he increases his efficiency tenfold, and he can keep on farming, and he just does it the entire game. Just look how dumb Draw's farm is. The fact that you have Drow aura to push the lanes without being effectively there allows you to farm uncontested, since enemies will have to deal with your increasingly pushed lanes. You might look at Topson here and say that his farm is lacking, he cannot fight yet. But look what happens here. He deals 780 damage, he gets a triple kill thanks to the 120 damage proc you can get with your ult now, and the mobility is just super good on this hero. There's one thing to mention in this game, he doesn't learn the knockback talent. Not only he's against a bunch of ranged heroes, it's actually hard to pull off the blink into knockback ability. There's also the fact there's a techies, so jumping in unknown territory can be quite daunting. At this stage, since Topson constantly pushed the waves with his aura, he's at around 720 GPM, being able to farm more than 6 camps and 2 ancients every single minute besides the waves. This very passive style of farm might confuse you, since Drow is considered by many a great pushing hero, but against the techies and the sniper lineup, it's actually quite scary to group up and push. Topson was able to acquire a huge sum of farm, and now he feels slightly safer in pushing lane, especially because he has a Mentor. Once his Hurricane Pike is ready, he's more than ready to fight. And another big thing with these 2 cooldown based items is that once you're level 25, your Blank and your Hurricane Pike are even better in fights. Even though he's level 20, he can jump here, he disengages with the Pike, there's a lot you can do at this stage. In almost all the games, Topson also went for Shadow Blade and Travels in BKB later down the line. Know that every single item has an active, meaning that you have Eternal Shadow Blade at level 25, super low cooldown Travels, and every single other item. Topson farmed at a Meeple-like speed, being level 23 at 23 minutes. He tries to go for the Weaver here, and even though she Sukuchis before the silence, the mobility items make Topson very hard to be locked down, and he can just push anyways. That being said, since Epicenter is down and the Q Tech is here, Roshan is an easy objective, and you can just see how well Drow fight with these items. You don't have insane DPS, but your insanely high levels and the fact that your other allies get attack speed makes the fights easy, and they end up being trampled by the Drow Ranger. It's still too soon to know if this Topson build will become the norm for Drow Rangers, but considering how fast you can farm and how good the level 25 talent is, it makes a lot of sense. Try it out if you can. Guys, thank you very much for the likes, comments, and subscribes. Today I had a huge issue, and that's why the video is also short. My internet went down and I had to cross the town to the only good LAN house that has decent PCs and Dota installed. It was a 15-minute Uber ride going in and then back, so I apologize for the content if it feels lacking. I'm also coaching a team, so I was there coaching them, and I'm casting 3 hours a day, making my life super hard to work around. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, because today was a pretty rough day. I have a Twitter where I talk Dota and memes. I have a stream where I cast Dota, I play Dota, and also play Artifact. If you're interested, I'm going to be casting Alliance versus OG tomorrow at about 12 hours once this video gets released, so stay tuned, stay alert to the time of the game. I also have a Discord channel and an Instagram you can check out. Thank you all guys, bye.